high level, do you kind of know what you're going to talk about? Yeah. All right. So that's good. That's all we really need. I'll use this thing. There's a timer on there. So you good to start, Mike? All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey, all right, we're live. What is up? Our first official WebinarCon speaker interview, Mr. Mike Buontempo himself. Oh man, I'm going to tell you guys something. The speaker lineup this year at WebinarCon is by far our most epic. It's just growing and getting stronger and stronger every year. This is our 6th year from our first WebinarCon being literally the event that shut down the world. we literally got it in right before the big, COVID, which we're not allowed to say on social media, but like right before shutdowns happened. Like the event ended like 3 days before the event everything shut down. It's been such an amazing journey. We are doing it again at the location that everyone has loved, the Orlando Ritz Carlton, beautiful resort, amazing hotel rate. Listen, if you want to get your ticket right now, get it now. Stop waiting around because we will get you in on a special. You got to ping me though. You got to message me. So you got to find me. You want a special price? You got to find me. So on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, just like DM me. Do it on Facebook because I don't check on the other ones. All right, so today what we're going to do is quickly talk to one of our featured speakers, Mike Buontempo, who's going to share with us what he's going to be talking about. And we're going to talk a little bit about it here in this next few minutes. But the link is webinarcon.com. Guys, if you're pumped and excited and you're committed to being at WebinarCon this year, give me a 1 right now in the chat below. Come on, let's give me some likes. Come on, let's get some activity going because you know how Facebook's algorithm is. Until we do that, it's not going to syndicate everywhere. So come on, let's go. Give me some likes. Give me some, there we go. Give me some ones. Give me some messages below. So, all right, Mike, Mr. Buontempo. I have known this guy for years and years, and I have had the extreme pleasure and honor of watching him grow into this just media buying behemoth. He is one of the only people I go to for advice, and there are credit card transactions to prove it. I have paid him multiple times for his advice on media buying. The guy runs every type of funnel you can imagine, millions of dollars in media buying, has built an impeccable team. I've had a chance to work with him as someone who's coached him, but also as someone who has been coached by him. And it is such an honor to have him speaking at WebinarCon because there's very few people I trust more, actually I don't trust anyone more. There's very few people I trust this much when it comes to media buying. And on top of that, this guy's got his low ticket game dialed in, and you know low tickets always go to a webinar, and he's got his webinar game dialed in. So I actually do not know what the latest topic selection is of Mike. So Mike, what are you talking about at WebinarCon?
So I'm going to be talking more about creative stages of awareness, creative ideation, and essentially how to, utilize both of those to get a much higher win rate on your ads. So you're allowed to scale a lot quicker, and then also we waste a lot less ad spend on losers. So what we're seeing across the board, running so many different offers, ad costs keep going up, and if you do not have a creative engine behind you, like where you're able to put out 30, 40, 50 new ad concepts every single month, and you're spending, $300, $400, $500,000 a month, you are going to blow up your CPA. So we've put together a very impressive process that has allowed us to ideate, figure out the stage of awareness that works the best, the type of lead essentially that works the best. So I'm sure you guys know Mark Ford, Michael Masterson over at Agora. So we've kind of boiled it down to a science where it's like, okay, this stage of awareness, this type of lead type is working. Here's the actual angle or concept that we're actually going to go with. And then how do you ideate off that and figure out? So it might be, you might have a problem solution lead type that is consistently winning, and cool, you're going to run with that all the time. So I'm going to be diving much deeper into our creative process, and pairing that with gangbuster webinar, you're going to be able to scale up on Facebook and YouTube.
That's incredible. All right, so you guys may have heard that there was a mic issue going on. Thankfully, my team was messaging, and I think it's fixed now. So, Mike, say something. Let's see if the mic issue was fixed. There was like a popping
What
sound.
up?
There we go. All right, we got that fixed. So Mike, let's dive into it a little bit, man. For 5-10 minutes, give us a little bit of you've been talking to me about the importance of creative now for I think about a year. Every time I talk to you, it somehow always boils down to us talk about creative. And you did walk me through your system, and I remember thinking, holy crap, that's intense, because you really got it down to a science, as you said. So what's the ratios, right? How many ad creatives per spend? Like someone watching right now, let's say they're spending, I don't know, 20K a month. What kind of ad creative? Is it spend driven or is it time driven? Like how do you know when and how much of creative you should have?
So it really starts at the win rate. So we define win rate as you have a projected, let's say CPA. I want to get leads for $10, and we are really looking to hit a 20% win rate for our creatives. So if we roll out 10 creatives, 2 of them are actually going to hit that target CPA. So that's winners in testing. So you have 20% of your budget going to winners in testing, and then you have winners at scale. So ideally, out of one of those 2 is going to allow you to scale and spend 80% of your budget without fatiguing on that actual ad. So if you bump up that actual ad into, let's say you're spending even $1,000 a day, that would be, you have $200 a day going to testing, $800 a day going to your scale campaign. Ideally, that creative is allowing you to spend $800 a day while hitting a $10 cost per lead. If not, you have to go back to the drawing board and continuously launch, new concepts. So it's really based upon the ability to spend a much higher budget while staying in KPI.
So how long do you see? So let's say in this scenario, you've got yourself a winner, it's scaling, you're at $800 a day with it. Maybe you scale it up more. Now it's $2,000, $3,000. Do you just keep going until you exit your KPI amount? Or like, how do you know that it's time for that creative to go? Or have you been able to see good creatives last, I don't know, years?
So for YouTube, we've been able to have creatives last, I would say the most like 18 months. Facebook's much, much shorter. I would say pretty good creatives you could probably spend 100 to 200K on them before they go out of KPI. Like maybe 1 out of 100, you'll get 400 to a $500,000 in spend on them. Facebook's much tougher to keep the creative going, especially in these more competitive niches, biz op, health. So yeah.
And what do you typically recommend? So forget spend for a minute, like, because even if someone has a winner, do you still recommend that like every week or every month or every X days that they constantly be rolling out new creative? Like, what's been your guidance on that?
Yeah, it's just based upon the budget. Ideally, you are rolling out 10 to 15 new concepts every single month. If you're spending $20,000 a month, 10 to 15 concepts should be good enough. If you're spending, when you start to get into the 6-figure spend levels, that's where you got to start being around 20 to 30 new concepts. And then that really goes back to your win rate. If you're a monster at creative and you put out 10 creatives and 3 of them are winners at scale, I mean, you're good. You might have a much lower hit rate than that. You might have a 5%, and you might have to double the amount of creative that you do from there.
And when you say concept, explain that. Like, is it like 5 ads per concept, like when image ads, or is it 1 ad per concept? What do you mean concept?
So a concept is essentially a full idea. So a full idea would be, we have a client in the business funding niche, and you ever see the photo of Biggie Smalls with the crown?
Yeah.
So that was a concept we came up with. The king of funding, And then the variations were just different text in the actual images. So you have the concept, which is the idea. It's essentially an angle. And then you have the variations, which might be different images, like different text on the actual image, or you're going to have different hooks on the actual video.
Okay. So the concept is the big idea, and then you can still test, like, so even though you're saying, hey, launch 20 new concepts in a month, someone might be launching 80 or 90 creatives because each of those concepts may have additional ones. So at WebinarCon, are you going to go through your system in detail of how you guys output, create, how you line it up, so that someone who's attending and watching would be able to replicate the system that I know for a fact has taken you years? I mean, probably 5 years to come up to this system, right?
Yep. I mean,
yeah.
It's yeah, definitely. Just because of the full mechanics of all of the people you need a creative queue manager, client success ops manager. We have 7 videographers, creative strategists, copywriters. So there's a lot that you need in order to do it at scale. But if you are a one-man team, you can do a lot more yourself as long as your win rate is, decently high.
Got it. And then I'll just throw some couple of quick questions at you in a second. I'm just curious for my own self. But before we do that, everybody, it's been, thank you for all the comments and the likes. It's been awesome. By the way, if you're just joining us, we're talking about WebinarCon. This is a quick little interview with one of our featured speakers, Mike Buontempo. So give a heart, give a like. Come on, let's get this out to more people. And make sure you get your WebinarCon ticket. Look, go to WebinarCon.com. We'll post the URL here in the comments below. But also, if you want a special, you want to be VIP, you want to be treated VIP, you want a special, reach out to me. That's right, me, like here on Facebook. Shoot me a quick message. I'll get you something special. But you got to reach out to me. Stop putting it off. The event's really not that far away. It's going to be it's our 6th one this year, and it brings out the best of the industry, the smartest and brightest minds. And we actually do active networking. Imagine that. You get to go around, specifically meet everybody, and we have seen some of the biggest deals come together. Just one recently we heard that did ridiculous revenue that started at WebinarCon. The other thing is, on day 3, we are doing a full-blown workshop where myself and Jason Fladley and Alicia Little, Russ Ruffino, we're going to be helping you create your webinar. So if you don't have a webinar, or if you have a webinar and want it to improve, we're going to be doing active workshopping the whole day 3. Right? And if you already have a great webinar and you love it, then you're going to be out networking. We're going to be helping you broker deals for your business. But then inside the room, we're going to be working on that webinar, getting it better, and getting it created. This is a powerful event. Don't miss it. So WebinarCon.com, or reach out to me. All right, last question here, Mike. And by the way, if you missed it, Mike is going to be talking about his ad creative system. So his featured talk at WebinarCon, he's going to show you exactly how they come up with great concepts, how many they launch, the system they use, the team behind it, so that if you're running ads, especially if you want to get to 6 figures a month or more in ads, you have to have a total system to create these things. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to find those big winners. Mike, video or image? What's traditionally performing better for you in the past and currently?
At scale video. Video's doing
really?
much,
Okay,
much,
interesting.
much
At
better.
scale video. Okay, got it. This is perfect. All right, well, we're not going to take up any more of Mike's time. I don't want any more of his brilliance to be out there, because you got to come to WebinarCon to grab it. Mike, you've been to WebinarCon before. You're speaking this year. What would you say to someone who's thinking about coming, who's just kind of like on the fence about it?
Yeah, so I actually have a great plug for you, because this is all true. So I actually started my agency, I believe, a little bit before your first WebinarCon. 2019 was the first one, right? So I started my agency in 2018, at like the end of 2018. I spoke at WebinarCon, and I ended up landing, I would say, with all the referrals and everything that cascaded from there, I don't know, $10 million worth of business, legitimately.
Whoa.
Legitimately.
Nice. Now, disclaimer, everybody. That does not mean that you will get $10 million in business for coming to WebinarCon. That is Mike's unique situation. You know, guys, why I'm saying that. But that's awesome, Mike. I mean, so basically what you're saying, Mike, if I was to kind of unpack that, is that the people that come to WebinarCon are the real deal. They're the movers and shakers. They're the ones that are spending money. They're successful. They're the right people to be rubbing shoulders with. It's not like the typical events people end up at, which is full of newbies and everyone's running around harassing everyone. This is like the event with the real deal. Has that been your experience?
Yeah, so we have in our agency tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 clients. So tier 1s are all pretty much whales. You go to WebinarCon, they're all whale clients. They're all tier 1 clients, dream level clients, and the thing is, like, most of these guys are not clicking on ads and booking calls, and like, you need to get in the room, talk with them, network with them, and that's like literally one of these deals could completely change your life. So highly recommend it.
Man, what an endorsement. Thank you for that. So there you go, everybody. If you're watching right now, come shake Mike's hand. Come watch us talk. The other thing I want to talk about when it comes to WebinarCon that is a very unique experience that I've noticed now 5 years in a row, this will be 6th year, people, and I do this too, I'm guilty as charged. When I go to other events, there's a lot of times I kind of hide in my room, or I sneak out and I do, or I leave the venue to go off. I have other meetings. It's very rare you'll find me circulating in the main venue, around the main area. And what's really unique about WebinarCon is all of the attendees, the speakers, the keynotes, everybody, they love the audience so much, and they all stick around. They're all there. So you'll be able to approach Mike. You'll be able to approach many people. We've got Jeff this year speaking, the product launch formula inventor. Can you imagine? And he's just going to be hanging out there. Like, you get to meet the people that have shaped and crafted this industry. Russ Ruffino, you get to just walk up to him. This guy who's done, I don't know, 100, 200 million or something in sales. And he's like the guy when it comes to, you know, high ticket phone sales. He's doing a talk and he's one of our speakers and he's going to be hanging out. So this is your opportunity to come, not just be in the room with, but to meet, shake hands with, partner with, propose deals to, because that's the other thing at this event. When you go to someone and say, I have an idea, they don't go, oh, here we go. This is literally why people come to WebinarCon. They are there looking for ideas, deals, partners, affiliates. They are there to make deals. So enough about that. WebinarCon.com. Go get your seat or message me and I'll help you and I'll get you some special deal or something to get in. Whatever you do, get your ticket, book your flight, get the hotel. We have a brilliant price package at the Ritz Carlton in Orlando. Amazing resort. So Mike, thank you, man. I look forward to seeing you. It's coming up real soon here. I can't wait for your talk. And to the rest of you, leave a comment. Come on, let's get this out there to the world. Get your ticket. I'll see you at WebinarCon. This is Anik reminding you, when life pushes you,